Hey guys, welcome back to the ExamRevision YouTube channel. My name is Ellen and today we're going to be talking about the best and my most favourite revision techniques. I know the mocks are quickly approaching, or they may already be here for some of yous, but I just wanted to give you some of my favourite revision techniques that I used in my Leaving Cert, and I promise you they definitely work. The first thing I want to talk about is blurting. Blurting is basically where you write down everything you remember about a topic without using your notes. So you just take out a random sheet of paper. I would usually do this before I actually start studying for the day on a particular topic. Take out a blank sheet of paper, put the notes away, and just see what you can remember from listening in class or from maybe doing homework or exam questions, whatever you've done on the topic. You might not know anything, but it gives you a feel for what you do actually know, and then the other things that you might need to go over and actually study that day, instead of just repeatedly studying things that you do already remember. So basically you just pick a topic that you want to revise, you take out your sheet of paper, and you spend a few minutes recalling and writing down everything you know on that topic. That can include diagrams, that can include definitions, everything. Everything about that topic that you remember. Even maybe things that are from other topics but also tie in this topic. Just everything you know on the topic, write it down. Then you go back, open your notes, and compare what you've written down to everything you need to know in your notes. Or also what you got wrong. It forces your brain to recall all of your memory on that topic, and it very quickly identifies gaps in your information and what you do know and what you don't. The next thing I want to talk about is the Pomodoro Technique. This is a time management technique where you study for like focused intervals, usually 25 minutes and then followed by a short break after those 25 minutes. There are a bunch of apps in the App Store, like probably just called Pomodoro Technique, but you can also just use like your phone timer, like whatever works best for you. You basically work on a task for 25 minutes with zero distractions, completely focused, and then you take a 5-minute break. You can repeat this like 4 times and then take like a 30-minute break. It basically keeps your brain focused because you're only studying for 25-minute chunks, so your brain can actually focus for those 25 minutes knowing you have a 5-minute break up ahead of you. You're not expected to focus for hours on end, so it's not as daunting. During your breaks, make sure to stand up, move around, maybe get something to eat. Don't just scroll on your phone, it's not the best and definitely will not help with your focusing. You might even miss the 5 minutes and just keep scrolling, you won't even realize. But I absolutely love the Pomodoro Technique, especially when I really don't want to study or I'm studying a topic or subject that I really don't like. The next thing I want to talk about is active recall with flashcards. Active recall is basically a method where you're testing yourself instead of just reading through your notes. You can do active recall with like diagrams and charts. I wasn't really into those, I way preferred flashcards. So it's completely up to you. On your flashcards, you can have a question on one side and the answer on the back. So instead of just studying by reading through your notes, you will go through your flashcards and test yourself on it. And if you get one of the questions wrong, put the flashcard to the side, you got to come back to it later until you have all of them correct, without looking at the back for just the answer. It really strengthens your ability to recall information in an exam situation. And also the repetition really helps embed all of that knowledge and information into your long-term memory. So it'll be there for the Leaving Cert in June. You don't have to use physical paper flashcards, you can also use apps like Anki or Quizlet. Both work just as well. The last thing I want to talk about is summarisation. This is basically the process of condensing all of your notes into just like one sheet of information, and therefore makes it a lot easier to review. You want to go through all of your notes and you want to pick out all of the most important points, the definitions, the diagrams, questions that have come up in exam papers and the answer to those questions. Your notes from your teacher perhaps will contain a lot of information that is not necessary. In biology, for example, they might be talking about the history of some scientists, which you are never going to be asked. So you want to condense all of this really important information that you will be examined on onto one sheet of paper, one big flashcard, whatever it is. And therefore, when you get to June and you're actually just reviewing topics, you can just skim past that flashcard or that sheet of paper. You're not going through all of your notes and all of this unnecessary information. And overall, it just makes your revision a lot more efficient, especially when you get to June and you could be revising 20, 30 topics. I really hope you guys enjoyed today's video and they do help you out a little bit. If you are struggling with any particular subject, I would highly recommend checking out the ExamRevision courses and bundles. They have video lessons, H1 standard notes, quizzes, presentations. They even have exam questions filtered per topic, and if you click on the exam question, it turns around and tells you the answer. We even know a girl who took out an 8th subject for the Leaving Cert purely using ExamRevision, did not do it in school, did not have a tutor, and she got a H1 of the subject. So that just goes to show how good these courses are. So maybe after your mocks you realize you're not doing so well in a subject, I would highly recommend checking them out. Thank you so much for watching and I will talk to you all very soon. Bye!